Hi, my name is Gretchen Fieser, and this is my video submission for the 2024 North Carolina Teaching Fellows Program. I believe three essential qualities to being a good leader are patience, empathy, and adaptability. Patience is really important because everyone learns differently and they learn at different rates of speed. So if I have somebody in my classroom that doesn't learn the way I'm teaching, I want to be able to adapt what I'm teaching to help them. Because nobody likes to be frustrated and not understand something. And if I don't want to be frustrated either. So sometimes you just need to step back, take a deep breath, and realize my students are doing their best. I'm doing my best. So it's all going to be okay. Let's just think about it differently. Let's approach it differently. And that's just very important to have. I've been told I was patient since I was really little. That's probably because I'm the youngest of three and I used to be really quiet, but who knows? But it's a good skill to have. Being a good leader means connecting with your peers and your students. So I want my students to feel seen. I want them to feel heard, but most importantly, I want them to feel safe because not everyone's coming from a good home life. And I want them to know that they can talk to me and confide in me, and I can do my best to help them. And if I can't help them, I'll go to somebody who can. As I've gotten older, I've kind of broke out of that quiet shell, and I just love talking in general. I love asking people what they love, why they love it, and I think that will help me build deep connections in my classroom and help my students feel safe and ready to learn and like they can do anything. Adaptability is also very crucial because I want to be a special education teacher. And right now at my high school, I'm in a program where I go to a middle school life skills class and I get to be in there for a couple hours a day. And I get to see what it's like. So it's like I'm a student intern. And I've gotten to see, we have a morning schedule every day, but sometimes the students aren't feeling it. Sometimes they're having a bad day or just something's going on. And so you got to be able to change with the plan quickly. And, or like you give them an assignment and you expect them to do it one way, but they do it a different way, but they still get the right answer. Sometimes it can be hard to see that, and I'm a person that's not very good at change. But being in that classroom, I've realized, okay, I need to start being better at that because it's something really critical to being a good leader and a good teacher. Something I'm very proud of is collecting over 3,500 hours of community service throughout my years in high school. So I've done this by managing football for 3 years, I managed wrestling for 4, and I managed softball for 3 years, as well as I was on my swim team and I did my track and field. So I did all of this while remaining a straight A student. I took all APs and honors classes, 7 AP classes. I took 5 of those my junior year alone. So I'm a very busy gal. I'm always all over the place, but I love building those connections and having stuff to do. I love being busy. I also got those hours through volunteering in the summer. So I am a summer swim coach for my local pool. I mainly coach the 5 to 7-year-olds, but I coach anyone from 5 to 18. And I love swimming. It's something I've always loved. I've done it since I was little. And being able to be a coach for that swim team that I grew up on is just something really fulfilling. I also volunteer as a camp counselor for a preschool camp, which is anyone from preschool to 5th grade. And I've done it for probably 7 years now. And it's 3 weeks out of the summer, 4-ish hours of my day in the week, every day. And it's really fulfilling. I've gotten a chance to be with all the age groups, and those kids have given me more than I could ever tell you. And they've done nothing but reinforce my desire to want to be a teacher. But it's just something that was very fulfilling. Being in the special education classroom means adapting your lessons to your students' IEPs and learning levels. So if I had a kid who wasn't understanding something, I would simply take it down a notch and explain it in a different way. Each student learns differently, and I've learned that in my student teaching. We have a kid that loves dinosaurs, and so if he's not feeling an assignment, not wanting to do it, not paying attention, not trying his hardest, we'll try to connect dinosaurs to it. And so counting how many, adding or subtracting, reading about them, and that almost always gets him engaged. And that goes back to adaptability, being able to creatively change your lesson plans is super important because it just allows for a better flow in the classroom and for your students to continue to learn in the best way they know how. Being professional means a lot of different things. Having a positive working environment, modeling appropriate behavior, wearing the right things, holding yourself and your students to a high level is super critical. But in a special education classroom especially, there is another level to that because your students don't always understand personal space and personal bubbles. I have one right now that loves deep pressure. That's something that is sensory input, and so he'll sometimes just grab you, and so you have to really set boundaries of, okay, I'm teaching right now, like no personal bubble, like we have to ask before we touch type of thing. And I'm really learning that through my internship right now, and it's been really beneficial. My favorite teacher was my Math 1 teacher. I had him during COVID in 8th grade, and he would teach a lesson, and then he would allow me to go up and work through a problem, and if anyone had questions, I could go around and help. And he would also be right there saying, okay, maybe next time try this, or prompt them like this. And that was so beneficial because it allowed me to realize, oh my gosh, I love teaching. I love being there and helping others. And so I'll forever be grateful for him, and I will definitely use what he taught me in the classroom. I've wanted to be a special education teacher for as long as I can remember, and it's something I love doing. I believe my passion, my resilience, and my ability to connect with my students makes me a fantastic candidate for the North Carolina Teaching Fellowship Program. I'm eager to make a meaningful impact by equipping my students with the tools they need to achieve success, both academically and personally. So I want to thank you for considering me as an applicant and for the opportunity to pursue this meaningful path through your program. Have a good day.